Alright, so what is JHipster? Actually, my goal here is to create a web application in 10 minutes. And what I mean by 10 minutes, like a web application, a fully production-ready web application, like the backend, the front end, and everything from the scratch in 10 minutes. Seems like magic, but it's just JHipster. Alright, so a little bit about me. My name is Luis. My name is Luis, also known as Sphinx. All my friends call me Sphinx. You can call me. Everyone here is my friend now. Alright, I'm a senior consultant at Avenue Code. I've been working with Java since 2005. And I'm a freelancer in my spare time. And why this is important? Because JHipster helps me a lot with the freelancer jobs. And I'm also a best musician. This is not related to the presentation, but I think it's just important to, like, now that you are my friends, now we get to know each other better, right? I'm really terrible. Okay. So, what is JHipster? JHipster is like a development platform to generate and deploy web applications. What this means, like, you just type a few words and then, boom, you have like a fully web application. You'll see it, I'll show you. And why JHipster? Like in the beginning, it was like Java at the backend. I'm a Java developer. And we did all hype frameworks in the front end. So it starts with Angular at the beginning. And now they have like support out of the box for Angular or React. And they have support for Vue as well, but it's not that out of the box. I'll show you. My web application will be with Angular. And yeah, that's it. So that's all my slides. Now I'm going for the demo. I'll need some help from anyone. Does anyone have a timer there? Like to help me to count 5 minutes? I'm aggressive, right? Let's see if this will work. Oh my god. Alright, so can I 10 minutes. Can I start? This is Silvio? Yeah, thank you, Silvio.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, so here is my terminal. I hope you can see. I'll create just a folder here with like a new project, right? New project. Alright, so everything I'll do just call JHipster. Hey JHipster, do your job, man. Alright, so let's create a web application. Here I'll speak really fast because I don't have time, right? So I can generate like microservices with a gateway and backend and frontend. For this demo, I'll just create a monolith application because it's simple. Alright, so what's the name of the application? It's just a new project. The package name, for Java you know that this is really important. I don't want to use JHipster hash tree, like this is another talk. Which type of authentication I can use? I can use a lot of options. I'll just choose JWT. Which type of database I can use? Like I can use relational database or no relational database. For this demo, I just use like SQL and Postgres. For development, I'll use a database in memory. Alright, I want cache. Yes, cache is always good. Cache is always good. Alright, I can use like Maven or Gradle. I'll just choose Maven for this demo. I can use other technologies to help me with the development, like search with Elasticsearch. Elasticsearch is really great, but I won't use now. Like which framework do I want now? Like I'll just choose Angular for now. Sass to compile my CSS. Yes, I will use. Internationalization support. Like I can use like out of the box all internationalization. This is a really hard word. Okay, I'll use that. My primary language will be English, but I can use like, let's see, Portuguese. Yes, I'm Brazilian, I speak Portuguese. I can choose like French, because of my French. Alright, so I can use like a testing frameworks for frontend. I won't use now, just to keep it simple. Alright, there's a JHipster marketplace, there's a lot of options, like I can use like multi-tenancy, like I can use a lot of stuff. Alright, generate all my classes here. I will import these to my IntelliJ here. Alright, I just have 10 minutes. Okay, while this is running, this is like compiling my frontend, all my frontend stuff. My IntelliJ is like opening. Who works with Java knows that Java is really heavy and this takes a while. So I just show you like another cool stuff from JHipster is the JDL. It's like a language created by JHipster to create your domain. So what I mean when you create like, let's create a web application in 10 minutes. This is like all the heavy work. What we need is like a domain. Like just creating here my entities. This will create like CRUDs for all my entities, like to create, read, update, and delete. So here in my case, I just have a store, and I have, in my store, I have products, okay? So I have a name that is required, I have, my product is, have a required name and some description. Okay, this is done. Here, I'll just use this command here to import my language into the JHipster, so it will create all my files for me. And here, as you can see, no, you can't see because it's stuck. Okay, so you have a lot of classes. Oh, this was not expected. So this is great. Oh, okay, sorry. I forgot to download my JDL here. And just, you can see JHipster JDL. Here, I'm just importing. And you can see that it will create like entities for store and product, right? So it will create everything for me. Now, IntelliJ is too stuck. Maybe I won't be able to show the architecture for, I don't know what's happening. Okay, so this is compiling. Where is all my folders? Okay, so here I can see all my classes here. You create like all the packages. I have a new code, new project. You can see all the layers here, the configuration, the domain. You can see the config, like you have a bunch of config files. You have Linkbase to see your database being versioned. I don't know if you heard about Linkbase, but it's really good to have when you're like dealing with databases. My IntelliJ is stuck. Okay, while, all right, doesn't matter. I'll just create my application here.
It's working now.
It's working? Oh, nice. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah. You know, I really here, so I missed so many times. Right, so here you can see all the classes being generated here. You can see all the domain, the products, the stores here. I don't know what this is happening. Like this should be fine. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. You can see like all the configuration, all the domains, all the repositories. It creates with Spring data, so it creates your queries really easy here. I hope you all can read. All the security stuff, it creates a service layer for you to write your business logic. It creates like all your REST endpoints, like your post, your create, your put, your update, your get, your retrieve, everything that you need for your project. It creates like you can actually run this from your IntelliJ as a just standard Spring Boot application. I just run here because this is not working. Oh, I know why. Alright, now I start my application. Okay. So while this is like compiling all the application and all the backend and the front-end part, as to show the architecture here. You have all your configuration, all your Linkbase files. You have like all your internationalization files, your pages here. All your pages are generated for product and store. You have all your files for English, French, and Portuguese. Now the application is ready. And we can see now, this is like just a standard. You have like in French, you have in Portuguese, everything out of the box. You don't have to do anything. And here you have like default users to log in with JWT authentication. You have all your user management. You have like profiles. You have user roles. That's really easy to deal with pages. You have metrics for all your applications. You have endpoints, the count of endpoints being hidden. You have your cache statistics, and you have your health application. This is everything out of the box. You don't have to do anything. You have your configuration, who log into your application, the log level. If you want to change your log level on the fly, you can here. Your API using Swagger. Like everyone knows, Swagger is a really good interface to check your APIs. And finally, your entities here, you can create like a store X here. You can view, you can edit, you can delete, you can create your product here, like just a product with some description for this store. And all of this, you have like a bunch of tests, automated tests for both back-end and front-end. You can check all the generated tests for everything. It's not just about coverage, but about what makes sense for your test. So you have everything here out of the box. Oh, by the way, you have like this cool stuff to check the strength of your password and everything. And yeah, that's it. What JHipster can do. How long?
So that's up for cigarette.
Oh man, you have 1 minute. All right, so.